Okay, what's good, folks? I can't be bothered. Let's just start fucking talking. Hi, what's up? Spectrian here of Spectrian Cast fame. I hope everybody's having a good day because low key mine's been fucking wank. That's life though. That's life right now. So we'll do our best to handle it. It's kind of a five-alarm fire. Speaking of fire, you know what's fire? It's FACEIT, expert division. Super scared of women versus violence. Already had some beef on Twitter, twitter.com, as we often do, about this game due to certain players on violence being, maybe accused of doing something they shouldn't have. One of the no-no things of gaming. But no, a very fast opening pick and choose phase of both of these teams. It seems like we've got an Ana ban on Busan. It's going to be a second before I get these actually plugged in. But I assume we're going to be going straight into the action if everything has been set up correctly. Of course, there's always a chance for something to go slightly wrong. But no, Scared of Women, one of the stronger teams in Expert Division. Luna, NRG, Styx, Shoal. Well, actually, it's Styx coming in as a substitute, right? That's Styx coming in as a substitute for Horrocks, who's currently in Montenegro. So, a lot of changes. A lot of variation in this game today. Maybe we don't see Scared of Women at their full power. But their full power, right, is pretty high. They're 5-1 so far. Only a loss to Emptiness. Alright, let's do that. There you go. What's my FACEIT tag? Uh-oh. I might have goofed. We'll see. We'll see if I've goofed or not. Because, I may have done a tactical misplay. I may have tactically misplayed. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, they're playing map 1 right now, I believe. And I can't join because I was in a group. So, gonna be probably a short pause while we get this played out. In the meanwhile, I can tell you that map 1 bans for Winston and Anna on Busan. And we'll see how it's gonna work out. Yeah, this one's on me, folks. This one is on me. So what do I do? We'll see if anyone else is streaming it. Shoal's probably streaming. We can watch that for a while until I get this fixed. Okay. Shoal isn't streaming. Styx won't be streaming. No. Luna. No. Yeah, okay. So, no stream. So, I'm going to go to a short break when we're back. Hopefully map 2. Apologies for this. I'm just like dumb as rocks. Yeah, I decided I wanted to talk about stuff anyway. So even though there's no game, I'm gonna have a bit of a chin wag here. So Vision Esports made a bit. They made a choice, right? They had a signing. They made a signing. Um, what do we think about this? Here we go. What do we think about this, chat? What the hell? Choi Se-won Donghyun to Vision Esports? What is this team? Like, we've got one Choi Se-won Alba Slowdive Violet Tama. What the fuck? Is this, like, allowed? Like, this is unreasonable. No? Because, firstly, you've got, like, 3 main supports with 1 Alba Donghyun. Secondly, apparently Donghyun is not signed up, at least, for FACEIT League. Is how it looks. But then, if he's not signed up, why sign him up, like, at all? Alba's good. You know? Or at least, not who I would, like, look to replace. It doesn't change your eligibility for Saudi E-League. Maybe it's because they needed to be EMEA eligible, so they needed only 2 imports with Choi Se-won Violet. And then for Saudi E-League, then all they need is 2 Saudis, so they can go with, like, Slowdive 1, but then they don't have... Then they've got 2 extra main supports? Like, I don't know, this is a weird one. This is such a weird one, for no reason. See how the match is going after I accidentally abandoned it. 6 minutes in, nothing's capped yet. Seems to be pretty close between these 2 teams. But I don't know. Like this reasoning, it does so far escape me. I'll put it that way. I don't know. This Vision team does seem very strong though. It's definitely an upgrade over the previous one, right? I mean, Alba I think is just better than AOI. Violet, no shit, is good at the video game. Simple was pretty strong when he played, but he's just not Violet. Tama compared to who do we start with? Imo 97. Like, role-wise, it's probably the closest, right? Tama's main tanks are better, as I recall. Imo is Saudi, so is Queen, Diva, Ram, in general, are going to be assumed to be better. But it also helps that Tama isn't banned right now, I suppose. It's a very strange team all around. Let's see what game I'm casting tomorrow, actually, because I haven't taken a proper look yet. But I do very much want to cast tomorrow. I should have time before work to actually like stream, but you know how it is with me. I decide basically on the day. But if I were to look, Gassy 3 Dreamlight on the Tuesday, Pytel Good Guys, Gibble Mirai SRP check would be kind of funny. Bull v Brian stuff. And then qualification teams. I don't know. I assume we'll do like Gibble Mirai, maybe Pytel. But this the Good Guys team just isn't very interesting to me, I think. I don't imagine that they're gonna make all that much change, but of course we'll still wait and see. Okay, 1 point now gone towards violence as we keep this updated. Can't see the scoreboard, but that's what's up. That's what's up. So any other relevant news in the Overwatch scene recently? We had a stadium show match yesterday. I didn't watch it. I was sleeping. Oh, I know what there is. I know exactly what there is. Where are my standings? I would have hoped somebody posted it already. Let's see. Maybe Boomed has. Because I heard there was Boomed's Twitter beef. There is not. Check Cavalry? Here we go. What's happened here? What's this about? How's my pawn org in 7th place? It's weird. With sugar free. Feel like they wouldn't be there. To be fair, the Ultimates aren't a partner org, but Christopher Stonks are in the fucking bin as well. OWCS has been weird this split. 10 minutes in. 1-0 in favor of Violence. Simple to play 10 from 90% of the season and still play better than most of their roster. Yeah, honestly. I was really impressed by what I saw from him every time I did. Unfortunately, I suppose fortunately for him, he got a different team. It was a weird Vision roster, I definitely think. I feel like there were some good ideas, but also... Well, there was a reason it got relegated, right? I think that's the best way of thinking about it. Trying to think. I think that's most of the relevant news over the past couple days. Is there anything else? The patch was kind of terrible. Freya's still lobby admin. Yeah, she has been nerfed in Stadium though. At least small wins. If you're a Stadium head, then she can no longer like quadruple boulder you across the map. I'm kind of just waiting for this to go over. They're taking forever to play this game. I'm really mad I missed this, Al. What a tactical mistake. What a misplay from me. Oh, let's not leak that. There we go. Let's get some Bull Skunk stream going. Here we go. You can watch some FACEIT streamception. Shout out to Go Envy. I was hanging out with him over the weekends. Lovely, lovely person. Oh, thanks for the follow, Santex. What's up? Yeah, I missed map 1 because I wasn't paying attention. So we're chilling on some Bull Skunk for a second. There you go. Yeah, he's just dead. I hope Falling Sand do well. Apparently they're practicing a bunch more now than they were before because their tank, quote, actually wants to play the game, is what I've heard. Rad's actually good though, because was it Fister, Depsy, Pixels were in low master next split, or last split rather, as I recall. Let's see if this is updated yet. Nope. Rip to my goat. I actually got airstruck. Okay. Also, I just clocked that we're playing Junk right here, by the way. What the fuck? What happens in Expert Division? This place is the Wild West. But I don't think it matters. This game might be slightly cooked. Or at least this map is cooked. Yeah. I don't know. Freya's just like Junkrat but with range. So, it might be it. This game? Yep, so great. Blade. Fister. He's getting involved. Honestly, that was so chokeable. And you need to commit now. You got a trade. You need to probably force point with a Terror Surge. I guess the gold off first. So I guess it's good greed of him. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't imagine there's a way they clutch this unless Envy just triple dink somebody. No touch. Oh no, Envy gets another touch. You lose a lot of HP onto Depsy. But surely this is it, right? Surely this is it. Yeah, they can't touch. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, here we go. Circuit Royale. This time I'll hopefully get invited. Sigma Ban coming out first from Scared of Women. Which means Violence 1 map 1. I will get this sorted out then so we can actually watch the game. Here we go. Violence 1. And the other ban is... Please wait. Please give me my ban. No, Violence are taking the entire clock to use it. That's great. That is fantastic. Just what I love to see. Well, we'll see in a bit, I suppose, as we wait for lineup. Apologies, folks, but definitely Sig. It has to be tank protects, so it means that they probably banned Freya, Widow, Juno, Brig. I would assume I like all your options. Just based off of the Sig ban, meaning that you have to play Ram. Then either you want to lean into it or away from it. I guess Violence have somewhere to be. So lineup formalizing, taking a while. But yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm waiting for lobby invite. Then we can actually start 20 minutes late, like God intended. Oh, by the way, statistically from the last one, Musab, 23 eliminations, the highest. 4 deaths at a pretty chill one. There we go. Lobby invite as God intended. Everything's working. Let's go. The bans are Sigma Juno. That's weird. Okay. So my sides are right, but my margins are wrong. So I'll do this. Get Falling Sands on Bat Lucio for real. There we go. That's it better. I can't show bans now. Hydrate. I will hydrate momentarily. Yeah, I can't show bans because my game's kind of bugged. And for some reason, it hasn't got my margins correctly, I think. Didn't know it could do that, to be honest. So it's going to be like this for a while. Okay, that. Yeah. That's all I can do for you, I'm afraid. Okay. Sig, Frey. Okay, this comp is unreasonable, by the way, from Violence. Like, this is just so, like, not fun at all. Scared of Women, more reasonable. You got poke and brawl elements. It's kind of a lot of faith in Shoal just to, like, hit one taps, though. If he wants to play this 24/7. Nice damage. But I don't know. I kind of imagine this is just going to be Luna getting hard bullied. I've heard this team is built basically just to develop him as a piece. To be competitive in FACEIT Master Division. Maybe OWCS in the future. But he doesn't have a lot to do so far. He just has to eat a bunch of spam. Do his best to play the cart. Play his cover. Rotate cooldowns just to stay alive. But in terms of relevant damage, he's achieved very little, right? Manages to push up to the corner, get some damage onto the Freya player, and Optic is able to take care of energy up in the sky. You've got at least up to the corner. You've got some space to work with, where the poke is maybe less effective, but it doesn't seem like it's helping out too much. Luna is just absolutely evaporated, and a couple shots from Shoal will do absolutely nothing to change that. Take a look at the stats so far, and I mean, look at the damage differential between Patata Time and Luna. Oh, that shot could have been crazy, but not connected. No backs on a win? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, let's see something special now. Oh no, decides the Widowmaker's not it. 90% on the sides, but decides to make an adaptation, maybe over to the Freya to try and match the damage. Yep. There we go. Better ults, obviously, for Violence. They'll be able to keep this snowball going for a while. Half the time back now gone. SuperScaredOfWomen are taking a lot of time on this attack, and they haven't been able to find a crazy amount. Window is pretty good. Should force them back. Captive Sun popped out and catches Styx, who's going to explode. The sub player having a pretty terrible time. How is Optics playing? FACEIT admins have allowed it. All I can tell you. All I can tell you. Okay, by the way, Luna is so split here. Go, reset. Please reset. He wants to pop the Annihilation. He wants to keep fighting this. And he maybe has found a way to turn this around. The shield there just in time. But 80 HP is not going to last for long. Potato Time just goes in a little bit too deep. But still yet standing. This survival is ridiculous. Oh... They've been able to finally swing this corner just a smidgen further. Maybe NRG's Barrage is what they want to play with here. He's got the Moving Barrage perk. You can also walk with maybe a Styx ultimate as well. That rally could be the necessary sustainability needed to actually get some pressure onto the backline. Good bolt, but actually won't connect. The bowler just not good enough. And as we walk with the rally, then NRG is taken care of. No chance to let fly with those rockets. There's maybe a chance for a trade. They've gotten some decent push, but 45 seconds. They need to decide whether they're backing out now or just going for it. Optics hit with a bolt and just decides to press the W key for a second. Captive Sun invested from happens. And gets a tag onto Benigna, who's low, but inside the lamp will at least survive. How long is the delay? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Oh, okay. 15 seconds left to go. It seems like SuperScaredOfWomen for now are at least out safe. But they need everything in this barrage, and thank God it's huge! Plenty of damage, just the one elimination, but it's okay because the team is there. Energy cracks this team fight open and buys SuperScaredOfWomen some real space on this map, a time back extension. And just shows that even though they did struggle on their own map pick, they're able to find some level of success still. You're playing into DPS ults, Annihilation as well. It is pretty unpleasant. And energy over to the Genji means you have a lot less frontline damage, but in exchange you can play for your brawl cons, if I'm not much mistaken here. Your side fight for sure is going to be better, at the very least. But how much side fight it really is there here on Circuit Royale? Bowler shot doesn't really get too much, and that's going to be all of the ults, I suppose, that we know that SuperScaredOfWomen actually have. An Optics letting fly with the OC. Not doing as well as maybe you'd expect for a player of his particular persuasion. But still gets his one. NRG goes down. Do you really need this Annihilation? I'm not really sure you do. You kill like a 5 HP Genji. It's a bit of a questionable one. Now, if these members of SuperScaredOfWomen can escape, you've got a pretty decent shake of the stick. You win a brawl fight with the double backline ults that you have. The Captive Sun, I think, just isn't that fantastic. But Luna's walking very early. His armor's gone. His team's only now just swinging the corner. Captive Sun, oh, is huge. So much damage and may well cost the backline their lives, but the rally is enough to keep them sustainable, at least for now. Happens, does fall. And they continue with this rally from the Sticks doing plenty of damage, but apparently not actually finding these eliminations. NRG, 50 HP. Will be able to back out and has managed to secrete himself in the backline. Yo, what's up, Jude? How's it going? IRL naming me on stream is diabolical, though. Oh no, this catch is maybe diabolical. Energy can at least escape, but that scaling would have been so nice at that kind of 30-second mark. Giving you a bit of a flank to utilize. See what Musab's got with this boulder shot. So he looks for an angle so far. That's the shield of Sticks already broken. But no more, at least for now. Boulder shot goes in, won't hit a thing. Musab steps up to the plate, got time for it on his own, and equally will be rewarded with very little. This window is going to buy some time. Luna's Annihilation, more than anything else, is just going to allow him to escape, give him a fresh health bar to play with. Can we get an Optics POV? Why not, yeah? There we go. He's bladed, he's forced back, there's so much fighting back. Tag onto the BAP is going to mean that surely there's an advantage here to Violence. Is getting so much damage. OC available. Last time wasn't as flashy as maybe you'd like this time. Losing it with the perk could be huge. Shola's one shot. She'll be able to get behind cover. But still plenty more attempts for this Sojourn to go a roaming. Softens up NRG, but the Genji's able to hold the flank well enough. The whip is at least able to break the lamp. But nobody touches from Super Scared of Women. They're just afraid of the cart as well. Oh, that's not ideal at all. I'm gonna go get some water while I work that tilt off. I'll be back in a second. So that's not ideal. Can I tell you how much for free? Who are some players you think will be in EMEA or WCS in the future? Out of this game specifically, or just in general? So when I speak to people about Super Scared of Women, the players I normally hear like shouted out as, you know, maybe ones to watch for the future is normally Luna and Shull. In terms of general players though, in like OWCS or in FACEIT in general, like the Master Division, I mean, players who are almost there, people like Alba, you obviously envision at esports, that could be a qualification. Probably say he's my number one shout right now, you know. I would say nice things about J9, but I think he's watching. I'm not making any changes though in terms of these compositions. Who won map 1? It was, oh, my heart is broken, sick. Oh, it was Violence. Violence won map 1. We're playing so far back, Soul's just dead. Huge mistake here. I mean, if you're Super Scared of Women, all you can really do is figure out how to back. And that they'll be able to do relatively safely, but you need your Freya alive if you're going to actually try and fight these corners. She'll be able to make it back at least in time. Peeks optics and keeps her ahead for now, but it's not a place I'd ever really want to stick my noggin. Just trying to spam what damage you can, but double tags. Just Musab just evaporates her. Boulder shot as well is getting in plenty of work. And NRG, I would imagine, doesn't have much to say about this. So, remember how it took Super Scared of Women, like, their entire time bank to get through that first point? I mean, Violence do it in 1:20. 5 minutes now to try and defend the second point. Realistically, that's just one fight. Their manager told us Optics isn't playing. Curious. Interesting. Obviously, thanks, Clickard, for the, or Clicker, brother, for the follow. Very kind. Sight popped. Tag. I mean, this window is very questionable. Oh, we're peeking it aggressively, but we'll be able to survive. Annihilate. Surely going to be invested in just a second. And no rally to try and fight it off. Okay, we try and Blizz. Or... it's just a weird one. Really weird decision to try and go for that Annihilation while we get frozen up. Like, it gives you some extra health, sure, but... Huh. Luna is under more scrutiny than you'd like, but he'll be stable pretty fast. Attempt at the Boulder shot connects, not long for this world, is Musab, and looks for more, does Shell, who has a chance of the double bolt on to Optics. Surviving for now. TA, Fall Off has to be studied, for real. It's really going to be very fun to watch this evening. I wonder how good the Widow will be here. I don't think Optics has killed too much on the Widow. He's got damage. Okay, well, punctuates my point pretty well. NRG is dead already. 4v5, maybe the beginning of the end for this map. So far, it seems comfortable sitting at the back of the map. And decapitates Shell as well. If I was told this man wasn't playing, I'd be worried too. There's a couple of chances for the backline shots through the window, but doesn't connect them. Bashed up and eliminated. Sticks finally able to find some rally value, but trades Luna for it. Needs more. Just not capable of finding it. 14 HP on the shield means that Bash is no longer an option. And with the rally now expiring, I think his life may well be as well. So to Super Scared of Women, gonna be 2-0. Not ideal for their own map pick. I get the idea, but it just doesn't work out for them. Now, manager just told us that they kicked the hacker when they kicked Optics, but then they brought him back on. Huh. I'm not passing an opinion. I'm an impartial observer here. Does sound odd, though. Just so we know, the score is 2-0. Once my stream catches up, I'll put it in chat as well, just so we, know what's happening. Having some weird Overwatch bugs right now, which means I can't display score. It's a whole thing. Okay, map is going to be Runa Sapi. The week after they lose a game, coincidence? I think not. There we go. Ban 1 is D.Va. Which is just obvious target tank ban. No reason to make it complicated. Like I say, I pass no opinions on this team. I don't want to get cancelled. I don't know any sort of beef. I'm the messenger, just don't shoot me and I'm happy. What do you ban here if you have violence as well? Feels like everything's been pretty chill for you. You're probably looking to play double hit scan setups most of the time, I would assume. So I don't know, like a Genji or something for NRG? Fuck your Costicas. Apologies. Oh, thank you, Lewis Craft, for the follow. Very kind. If you might go to put the stream up on the TV, you're welcome, King. Yeah, thank you very much. I see you know what game is. Also, you're dating someone? That's fucked up. Who let that happen? Oh, I need to grill you about that later. Okay. It'll warm up but cancel because of this shit. Then they're going to try to sell it again. Russell's not even active on FACEIT. Cool. Bans a D.Va and Brig. There we go. Let's go. Let's get this sorted out. I assume they haven't swapped sides because that would just annoy me. But yeah, we're chill. Lexa's in now, I guess. Like, so we went Lexa for Optics, I guess. It's a bit weird. Okay. If they want to. Let's see how this is going to work out. Obviously, Super Scared of Women backs up against the wall. They should probably do well. Otherwise, they lose. Violence on trajectory to win this entirely. Also, now I got some downtime. I'm going to quickly look through some teams real quick to see if I can see anybody else where I think it could be good. I would also say probably like for players in OWCS, like Scrain, I think could do it. I kind of want to see Golden Pants there. I think it'd just be funny. But don't ask me, I'm just a caster. I'm not here for my takes about the game, I'm just here about talking. Luna, force back already. Taking more than a couple dinks, and Banana is lower than maybe you'd like. Luna's just dead here. There's nothing he can do. He gets the cleanse, sure, but I don't imagine he's, long for this world. Eliminated incredibly quickly. The rest of Super Scared of Women able to find some manner of map flip. You know, some cart steal. Bro, I am the girlfriend. Wounded over here. Yeah. Over to your dating life and mutually exclusive. If you're dating, it means you're not married to the grind enough, you know? Someone roll that PG clip. You know the one I'm talking about. Welcome also to the stream. Hope you're having a great time. Energy has got a lot of side space here. A lot of information. Realizing there's basically nothing complicated done by violence. And Lexa, oh, surely we commit the melee. It doesn't matter. Pulse pistols are there. And maybe more here as we try and get the fight over to the Kiri. Crypto is able to escape, but the distraction's enough. Energy be able to carry that fight on his back and survive as well. So exactly what we need for Super Scared of Women, an individual performance to give them some confidence, and we're able to get some momentum on the side of Super Scared of Women. Pulse it, go for it. It would be sick, but doesn't need to, as Shoal now puts her name in the hat, double bolts Lexa across the map, and there's no chance for a recontest. Fantastic. She got kind of reamed that previous, so being able to perform again, so good to see from her. Where did optics go? They heard us complaining and decided, under the public scrutiny of Spectre and Cars stream, it just wasn't worth. Okay, and she's right back to being dead, unfortunately. Plenty of ults being invested there. Double support ult, it turns out, has a pretty high win rate. Oh, that's so close to finding the kills, the healing there in time. It looks like it, and so Energy won't be able to finish off the kill just yet. Sees, I believe that's Musep, super deep in, but can't really chase. He's literally holding this space on the side the entire time. Decides to get what payload progress he can, and get some free scaling onto Juno while he's at it, but his actual chance to find elimination all the same. I'm actually scared about playing against Screen. Worst match of my life. Anytime I've seen him on Genji, he's been absolutely nuts. Just a super strong player, at least on that hero. To my eye test. Mutually exclusive OW addiction, at least that's what I tell myself. I mean, there's worse problems to have. There's not many worse problems, but, like, there is probably worse, right? Like, Black Tar Heroin. Probably just that, actually. Okay. Blade pulled, beat there. You probably take that. If you're violence, the ult trade just basically always worth it. But it does feel a bit awkward. Energy goes to the pulse and dies for it. Doesn't find too much as well. Maybe Lovett tries to go in, and will, of course. Aided by that boulder shot. It seems like it's going to be a forward spawn's lead. Garner for violence. It's a good couple fights for Super Scared of Women, but now we're right back to Violence's winning ways. So this is one of the harder positions in the game to attack. You don't have high grounds, you don't really have the corner, and so it ends up often creating a pretty long deadlock. Here, I mean, Potassium has to hold the corner on his lonesome. He's got the Terror Surge at least to do it, and rips it. The cleanse is expended and finds the one-shot onto the Kiriko. Brings us back into a 4v4, and Luna, without his main source of healing, is also not having too much to do. Bodo shot won't connect, even though Shoal can pour in all the damage he wants. The actual chance of an elimination is unfortunately decreasing pretty quick. Backs up. Has to give the corner. Orbital Ray also going to be a huge problem for them in this fight. A completion being threatened. So you need Energy or Shoal to be able to post another magic pick. They've been good for them before. Orbital Ray may well have cost Luna his life. He does his best to find a turn, but the Terror Surge won't extend his life long enough to even find a trade. Crypto does go down. 4v4, closest spawns for Super Scared of Women. Maybe it's a possibility, but the bolt's not connecting onto Lexa. Not ideal. Hardly what we need to be seeing. Blade here for Musab. See how he wants to invest it. Pulls. And surely Styx is just dead here. Of course he is. Recall at least as well. Out of energy. Enough value from the Blade. Just getting your one. And conserving your life. Chances for more, though, so I guess if you are Super Scared of Women, you've just got to thank your lucky stars that you haven't been team wiped, because it feels like everything has been going against them in times like this. Oh dear lord. And just as I say that, Styx gives a huge over peak show. At least not hit with the bolo shot, but the cleanse is going to mean that Lex's life is not traded. Down range the other way. Happens is low, but still not dead. Luna's on cut, just trying desperately to find some type of value. 300 HP on the Winston. The bubble used just to sustain to buy some time. Okay, there we go. Another miracle pick. NRG been better for it on this map, number 3. And surely that's going to be Musab who gets to go down. Luna stays alive somehow. The healing good enough from Banana. And a stay of execution here for Scared of Women. But added an 140 meter lead. Well, the death knell still may yet toll. Take a quick look at the stats. NRG been the high flyer. Styx, unfortunately, playing a bit of a stinker. The same could be said of Luna. And on the other side of the equation, the DPS, or Violence, for once, appear to be playing just a pretty chill time. NRG down low already. Shaw trying to place towards the bolo shot. Beat doesn't hit her! She's 12 HP! Surely a Devilman walking, somehow able to survive. NRG posts the frag. The Ray makes it hard. The bolo shot whiffs entirely. Could have been a huge connection to make this so much easier. Oh. But this fight just appears to be going against them. Such a good start, but hey, maybe it's catchable. Luna gets the tase onto 1, and there's not really damage to easily eliminate him, especially if he finds the stomp onto Smoothsab. Nice blade. But Luna wants nothing to do with it. And it takes the respawns. It takes the fact that the composition of Scared of Women is just a smidgen faster. But they hold on for now. Thanks for the follow, Arrow. Or Arrow. Very kind of you. Okay, Luna can make it back. But even though we won out the fight, I mean, you can't actually keep things rolling, and Shoulders gets isolated. That's tragic. It's been a huge source of damage, but instead we have to back off. Just wait for an opportunity to present itself, apparently. Kiri goes for the flank, actually. An interesting TP there. That reposition. NRG reveals his presence, but doesn't commit to it. Kitsu popped. And PB Lover instantly dead. Great work here. Just hounding them. NRG and Shell combined for a 2-piece. There is a trade, but it won't matter in the end. That Kiriko will be back momentarily. And Scared of Women will be able to get the cart past the corner. They've forgotten about the cart. Okay, guys, let's lock in now. We're trying to get this win. It's a winnable match. We can't be just leaving the payload in fucking nowhere. Bolt onto energy is hard. Recall force isn't the way you really wanted to be starting this engagement out. Maybe considering the turning on the Orisa, who has lost a decent amount of HP for that push. It happens though. Just goes down instantly. Pulse is a bit yeehaw, but it will at least buy the time necessary for this fight to be turned. That's an interesting bowler shot. I don't see the vision from Lexa. Surely you're swapping, right? Surely you swap after that. Thanks for the follow, Nevs. Very kind, mate. No, he just holds on to it. Mirrors out the Tracer. Double flex DPS. With the double flex support, it's funky as hell. I guess it means you're less worried about NRG because you can mark him more effectively. But you'd rather just have like a proper main support, I feel like, as well. Health pack steal coming through from Lexa. NRG forced out. Kitsu invested. And, not necessarily Kaiser, but not finding onto a target like maybe you'd want. Orbital Ray, a different story. That ultimate is just so powerful. Obviously, Super Scared of Women have to do their best not to C9. Styx gives his life for it. He's got the sound barrier as well. What a terrible time to fall. Primal is good enough for at least the 1. Luna looks for targets and able to find them. The Sniper Monkey removes all the backliners. So this is still technically winnable. But Orisa v the Winston in the 1v1 just... you don't do enough damage. There's not that much that Luna can do. The bubble dance is strong. With the healing as well, he can stay alive for a smidgen longer. But maybe I told a lie. Maybe he can just hold on. He just keeps killing people. He's got respawners there, which is going to give him just enough time to get that health back. And then right back into the action. This is a dogfight. This is 2 men rolling around in the mud. But somehow we see Super Scared of Women still alive, still fighting. Obviously, 60 meters still need to be taken. That's 2, maybe even 2.5 fights here. Bubble going to allow the frontline trade. Kitsune Rush going to excarborate that Bodo shot invested, but not going to result in a kill just yet. You kind of want to go deeper if you're scared of women, but you can't leave the cart. That's the real issue. That's the quandary they've got to get past. The Tracer duel going against NRG. Lexa appears to have had his number once he made the swap. Recall now out from his counterpart, and that's a kill found. Pulse also won't connect. Necessary numbers advantage here. We need to find the chase. Be invested. And again, it needs to result in a kill, and it's plenty of damage. It's plenty of resources, and with Potato Time down. Brought it into one fight territory. Clutchable here for Scared of Women. This one is beyond winnable. A bolt from Scholl with B pristine. Plenty of pressure onto the French women. Crypto goes down. 5v4. The spawns are a huge issue, meaning we have to see this stabilized. Touch comes through. It's going to be the Malga, but no cardiac already means Potato Time just can't really play the game. It might be it. It might be a ridiculous comeback. But it has to be completed. The shots have to be connected onto Happens, who is low HP. There are no trades for violence. What a ridiculous comeback. What a ridiculous mental from Super Scared of Women as they clutch out Runa Sapi, extend the series, and go up 2-1 here. Bloody hell. You've got to be feeling good about that. But you've also got to remember, if you are super scared of women, that you are by no means out of the woods just yet. 2 maps still going to be needed if they want to complete this comeback. We need to be an entire reverse sweep here. Fucking hell. I mean, you don't see that every day. I feel like I need a break now. Here we go. Statistically here, dude, Luna looks in there so hard towards the end. I know I shouted him out. He was 6-4 at one point, and I was like, yeah, he's having a bit of a stinker. He's 26-4 when things ended. He just decided he didn't want to lose. Fair enough, bro. I wish I had emotion like that. Oh, thanks for the follow, Valen. Very kind. But he just, yep, 20-0 towards the end. NRG as well had a lights out game, 25-2, and Lexa got low-key gapped 9-10. Unfortunate. Thanks for the follow, Fudgy. Oh my god. I feel like that was a lot. That was a lot. So what do you do next? There's the obvious option, you know. You could just make a small substitution. You know, maybe bring in a certain somebody. Map 4, gonna be Suravasa. Violence first ban. They've been taking a lot of time. I expect them to do that again. Scared of Women, I've just been hip firing that shit. Who do you ban? Maybe even Tracer, I feel like. Energy would get his Genji back, but at the end of the day, that just happened to you. You just got microwaved from the Tracer, so fair enough. No cheats, no wins. Maybe, maybe. What is up, Boom Stocks, by the way? I hope you had a good stream. Okay, Lucio ban. And, can I have a car? I don't know. I mean, that was such a ridiculous map. I'm still kind of in shock. Scared of Women got their own ban. Lucio... It's a weird one. That is a weird one. Yo, what's up, Bullskunk? Thanks so much for the stream. Hope you had a good one. We're having an interesting game here so far. It was... What was it? 140 meters on Runa Sapi. Super Scared of Women were able to clutch to that. Now they're trying to get the reverse sweep started. Get Lexa out. Take my house. You guys are having fun in chat. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's see what we got coming up next. Oh, thanks for the follow, Nitrox. Very kind. Rhine map. What are you talking about? So why do I've got Silverart saying Crody in chat, bro? You're not Canadian. You're not Drake. Let's keep it chill here. Thanks for the follow answer. It's very kind. Okay, considering lineup is taking so long, I'm assuming we're digging Optics out of retirement. We're digging him out of the hole Alexa put him in. Because, I mean, you know, all respect to Alexa, but, you know, if Optics is able to play, after you just went 9 and 10, you'd rather just let the boss man in. Scared of hitting the map select hero pan like a cast fan the hammer. Oh, Boomstocks, welcome. Glad to have you on board. Damn, they're taking so long. Like I said, they have to be digging Optics out, right? There's nothing else to do in this downtime. I mean, either that or they're toggling, but you know. They would never. Reverse sweep about to be sweet. I hope so. The reverse sweep would be diabolical. It would be so heat. Flats, what's up? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Here we go. Bans are through. Gonna be Genji and Lucio. Let's get right in. And no, Lexa is still in. No subs. So there was all that talk about Optics. He's a non-factor. Or at least that's how it seems. Put Optics in, he stops screen sharing, you know what's happening. Chaco, thanks for the follow. Very kind. Okay. Let's look in for this. So what are we at on stream? Just making sure everything is up to date. And then we can get into it. Right, take a look at the comps. I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of this from Super Scared of Women. Juno Brig, in my opinion, doesn't play fantastically with the Winston. You've got like a lot of shooting, that's true, but you can't really support the Winston of the dives. The Juno Brig often wants to play for more consistent pressure. The Winston obviously very cyclical. So I'm almost entirely playing for poke phase here. A bit more brawl option for Potato Time with the Orisa. It's going to be hard for Luna to find value, but Winston is definitely one of his better picks. So as long as we don't go for too many more risky rotates like that, should be okay. This bubble on the high ground, I can't say I'm a huge fan of. Would really rather it was in the backline, but so far, we've seen... I was going to say we're happy just to sit on the higher ground, but it seems like we're able to just find an easy opening pick there. Just double bolting. And it seems like an opening engagement going very much in favor of violence here. I don't know. I feel like an Ana here would be a lot more comfortable. Imagine you got the ability just to nade them. Oh, what's up, Ewan? How's it going, man? I hope you had a good stream. Why is Optics on the bench? He wants to be, I guess. He wants to be. Places... He's a busy man, I guess. I really couldn't tell you if I tried. Looks for the shot. Does Musab and spot Shell, but takes a bowler for his trouble. Energy is low down in the back line. And will be eliminated in the end. See if Bassett can't get on this line in time. 6 is low. And will be able to at least escape. But we haven't really seen a chance for Luna to get involved on the Winston. Just playing plenty of poke, but not finding all that much. Energy, I do like the Sombra pick a little bit more. It gets you some strong pressure, especially onto the Freya, right? And you're also a little bit stronger as well, especially if you're not finding a crazy amount of success on the Trace, as indeed you weren't, then it's a nice adaptation. Like I said, though, I still feel like the problem is the Juno more than anything else. Energy makes life a bit harder for himself, but will be able to escape. Brawl Winston mess, apparently. Good virus there, forcing the recall early out of XX nerf this. I don't even know who's who on the DPS line now. Bubble in. Boulder Shot won't connect. Virus instead will, but it's not going to allow the Juno player to die just yet. The Primal Ray Traveler will be good enough to find the, feels like the first kill for Super Scared of Women in this game. 2-1 here. Very winnable for them, especially if we can find the pressure onto the Juno. But it's not appearing just yet. The rally onto the Orisa is otherwise well timed, but with the gold active, you can't find the stun, that all-important extra value. Second hack surely is going to cost Platter's time more of his life, but it seems like all it's going to achieve is helping energy farm more towards this EMP. Ray pop from Banana down main. This is what we play the Juno player for, or Juno hero for, rather. It's got to find some level of value, right? But instead, 6 is going down. We have the EMP as a continuation, but it is good enough from NRG. Remember, all in the meanwhile, though, the cart has been taking up in favor of violence. And they will be able to boast of like 70% by the time the flip comes through. It smells like FACEIT report. Oh, we paused the game. Cool. Why have we paused? This is interesting. It's odd. Huh. I don't know why that happened. See how things work out now. Very few ults here for Super Scared of Women. Shoals Bodo Shot, maybe their only saving grace. That and a mechanical pick, but you know, she had some good flashes, maybe on that last map, but still been relatively quiet for it so far. Generally, it feels like has been a smidge better. Oh, Bassett. Fucking flattened, right? I mean, obliterated. It feels like every time I call Shell's name into question, she's able to prove she's good for it. Prove there's a reason she's on this roster. Maybe I should mod some people at some point. Pass the time in. Eats the Bodo Shot and plenty of left clicks. Luna does have to use that ultimate to stay alive. Styx has no such tool he can fall back on as he's 13% away from that rally. And considering the time we're at, all we can do is back out, give over the flip. Hope we can magic a pick in the meanwhile, but in the meantime, all we're really doing is hoping that Styx can come through. We win the double support ult fight almost definitely. Ray through. Shoal not able to play with it just yet, but happens on the flip. Finds themselves in a bit of a weird spot. NRG very much in, very close to this EMP. Can invest it if he feels the need, but shouldn't do. Double supports, too strong. One-on-one here on Suravasa. Super Scared of Women on the Sombra comp, especially with this Orisa. I think it's just such a better look. Such a better look for them. Like I said, the Winston's low-key Capachungus. This, though, I like what I'm seeing. I really do. Okay, EMP, Boulder Shot. Probably enough for this fight. I'm assuming it's going to be the Freya the target. Have to wait and see, though. Great Virus forces the Energy and a smidge too long, but the Translocator would allow him to survive. See what we're waiting for. Energy's just dead. Huge mistake. That's your big tool gone. Has to be the trade from Shoal, who gets it marginally. 67 HP is all she's on. The rest of her team still fighting. Loki under siege on the point, but they're able to survive at least for now. Good spear, but the pulse is going to soften up Luna more than maybe he would like. Spin and the peel from the backline is enough. The EMP from NRG is humongous. But forces split, forces positioning, forces cooldowns. Not any eliminations. Patata time in the end takes the entirety of Scared of Women to eliminate. But eliminate heat shall be. Why no game audio? That's a fantastic question. 1 second. There we go. Is that working? That's not working. I have no idea why. Apologies. I will try and fix that if there's an X map. Wait, that Terror Surge is huge with the Ray maybe as well. Yeah. We trade, actually, Orisa ultimates in the corner. And Potato Time gets that tank advantage. But the rest of his team apparently falling. I don't know. Once we go Orisa, we might just be winning. It's been entirely one-way traffic towards the favor of Super Scared of Women violence. Just haven't really had an opportunity to play the game, realistically. Touch comes through off the back of the Orisa. Rally popped. Gives you the ability to swing the corner, take a brawl fight a little bit more easily. The Virus just keeps the Freya on notice. They give the flip for free, knowing that they can walk back in with DPS ults and have a huge advantage. Super Scared of Women, they recognize that they don't need to win now. They just need to win. So they bide their time, twiddle their fingers until a more opportune moment arises. And it might be now. Happens now. So low. Boulder shot invested. And kill found. Stick traded back. Makes it hard. 4v4, but, you know, tank advantage strong enough. And as now you take care of the Tracer as well, then this one should be 2-1 in favor of Super Scared of Women. Okay. It seems like a map 5 could be a reality here, folks. Scared of Women. They've got some real momentum now behind them. EMP for this fight. Terror Surge as well. You could combine them for a team wipe. But one or the other, probably enough to find them a victory, considering just how skint their opponents are. Lead on the backline ults as well. Just every advantage in favor of Scared of Women. Looks really engaged. Angle is presented and able to make it hard for the backline to stand on this side space. EMP, truly scaled. You trade 1 for 1, which means your time to go is now. Virus onto the Brigitte means that Crypto just can't play. And hacked up is the Juno, but will be able to survive. Terror Surge, gonna change that one up pretty quick. Just the Orisa now, who will be left surviving. And surely it's going to be a cap here for Scared of Women, but it feels like the trades that we have been seeing from Violence have been good enough. Tracer maybe wanted to steal the health pack, but the hack is going to make that an impossibility. That was a stylistic choice. I had it set up for the for another part of the stream package, but I'm having some bugs right now, so I'm making do. Ray pops from Banana, just allows you to walk forward with the rockets. Buys you the corner, buys you some decent HP advantage, but you needed a little bit more than that, unfortunately. The kite is split as well from Scared of Women, which means they had no Juno heals for a second. That might cost Luna his life. Ring, gold, and some brick heals as well means the Orisa at least can get out safely, but the same could not be said of your Juno. Only brick heals. See how Sticks can do. See how the stand-in is able to do. I mean, well enough, right? But he's just under so much scrutiny. So, tied up at about 41%. Ult still better for Scared of Women. But not much better, right? They've got one really good chance to attack this garden here. I'm scared of women. EMP gonna be finished off by energy. Seems like the plan is pretty simple. Walk up cliffside, walk towards the stairs. Boulder shot invested, but won't connect into too much. Rage Axe! That's a Rage Axe right there. Boulder shot in a vain attempt to turn this fight, but it won't succeed. What a huge blunder. Happens. Just sold. What is... I think there was a spear coming through from Luna. The only thing I can imagine it being. Apologies for not catching that, folks, but I just didn't expect that to happen. Banana does feed. That is a big mistake. You do need your Juno back, but I guess the silver lining is that NRG Luna should be able to just win this with their EMP Terra Surge combo. There's just such strong ultimates. Looking for it, very much so. Not seeing an opportunity just yet as we push in deeper. They play the air bomb for low. Who is touch? Appears to be Luna. EMP. Looks to be ripped. Pops onto the backline. The pressure onto the break so low. The Terra Surge is humongous. And NRG is able to wipe out the remaining members of Violence. Once Super Scared of Women find their footing, they will not be unseated. And they force us all the way to a map number 5. Lights out from NRG and Luna. The 1-2 punch to dismantle Violence and force us all the way to the end. Bloody hell. Personally, I didn't think that would happen. Say how much for free. But the game apparently just wants to keep on happening. Like, after watching that map number 2, especially, I was like, Super Scared of Women just don't have it. But they've shown nothing, if not grit and tenacity. Just holding on to this game for dear life. See if I can get my game audio fixed somehow. Just delete that source and re-edit. We'll see if that works any better. The return of 6 sends sails down the European region spines. Maybe, maybe. Take a look at how we're doing in lobby. Kings Row or Risa band. That's what we're going to see. Okay, I think I've got game sound fixed. See if we can hear this a bit. Yep, there we go. There's game sound. Life is good. Life is good. Yeah, still just waiting on final bands to come through. There we go. Waiting on lineups to be finalized. See if they actually want to play optics. And then it's right back into the breach. Surely Violence don't lose this, right, guys? Surely, surely, surely. I mean, who knows at this point, right? Because that would be just ridiculous, right? Again, they spent so long in lobby. I guess they just have to have like a coach argument like midway through. I really couldn't tell you. Luna too powerful? Apparently, he is playing a great series. Like every map that Scared of Women have taken, Luna's just been ridiculous on. And Freya. There we go. Oh, thanks for the follow, Matchy. What's up, man? Oh, okay. See how this is going to work out. Final time. Heading in. My size right. I need to swap sides. Great. There we go. So no Freya now. No Orisa as well. Fair enough. This is going to... I don't know, it's a bit weird, because it feels like they were kind of even on the Freya generally. I think it's almost because they're scared of the Energy Sombra being a problem. Just gonna lock in the Sojourn. No reason to make it complicated. That's just a check, by the way. But I think it is still Optics who's out. So in theory, it should be Lexa playing. Now streamer name, which they turned on just to be annoying, but A. Defensive comp, obviously, is going to be what we see. Again, they're going to continue with this Juno, Brig, Winston. You know, like I said, not a crazy fan of it. But maybe I'm just too career-pilled. You know, watching all that Ana Brig. To be fair, if you're playing here, specifically, you have more frontline fights, I guess it's okay. That's fair. Who's like Chaka? Cyberpoke has versus Winston, and the Winston's under maybe more scrutiny than he was expecting. We'll be able to be stable, though. Thanks for the follow, Jacob. Was good, man. Tata time. Backs off to the corner. Tick going to be given already as we stable our front line. We don't have any goes since we have no nades. Can I use your Mythic Prisms, please? No. Fuck you. Six is not in a spot he really would love to be, but the backline for Lisa now are able to survive. Luna just gets turned and evaporated, though. Just no chance to play. Energy's touch isn't bad at all, but this first point hold is unfortunately pretty brittle from Super Scared of Women. And you might get the stagger as well into Shull. Can she get the slide in time? It seems like she will be able to live. Greeting this pretty far, though. Luna... Yeah, the Ram is just, I think, a much stronger pick overall. No, I'm holding my Mythic Prisms for an Echo Mythic, so it will be 19 or like 2,000 years in the future when I actually spend that. Luna's in a weird spot, though. Shull just finds a straight differential into the opposing Sojourn, a rail headshot to open up proceedings and close them down as well. Shull is in, very in, and it will cost her life. Without your Sojourn as well, you don't really have a great way of forcing a trade. But an Orbital to Ray, I suppose, is as good a job as any. The downpour is just perfect. It also helps that you know, use Ray downpour for just the Ray, so not a terrible trade. Let's get some Optics possibly POV going then. Right now, just looks for the long sight line. Recognizing probably wins the shoot up with the Hazzy, the Ram. But Shull's been keeping this Soj very much on notice so far. I've been impressed by what she's been bringing to bear here. 100 HP, so I can't swing as wide as maybe you'd like, but the rally is going to allow that to be changed up slightly. Blade pulled from both sides, but Luna's, or NRG's rather, appears to be a little bit better. There we go. That's the elimination of the opposing Genji as well. Decently spenny recontest. Takes 3 ults, but considering your opponent spent the same as well, now you've got the only check mark alive, that being the Annihilation. And you've got a very broadly comp and some shorter silence. This is pretty nice. Okay, I see in chat now you're asking for the X-Raptor POV, so here we are. Unless something really interesting happens, I'm just sticky on this for the rest of the game. As, we'll see how it goes. Annihilation. That really nicely kited. Actually, Luna gets very little from that. He's just gonna have to pull. We walk forward. We slide for 0 reason. That's a bit weird. Banana, one shot, but the healing is there. Stick's able to get that peel through. We just frontline trading, back and forth. This walk is so aggro. This walk is so bold. As we maybe just try and turn. Six is so low in the back line, but considering the hit scan can't actually walk. Well, yeah. Nothing's gonna happen. Your Hazard ends up dying. You trade it for Luna, which is kind of weird. Plenty of damage has been done so far by X-Raptora here. But 15 HP almost drops into this orb, but will survive. Ray Jax again happens! You can't keep doing this, man! No way! That is ridiculous! I mean, you don't see that every day. NRG gets an unpleasant surprise on the high ground mark. But decides to wait for a second. Obviously, OC invested. We run right into the bash and the downpour. That's a pretty brutal combo. Unfortunately, for most of Super Scared of Women, they're going to be letting this point through. And even though their defense was a hell of a lot stronger than their first point one, at the end of the day, it will still fold. Curious what the game plan here is for this fight in particular. Your Soj isn't really scaled. You have to get up your high ground positioning. You only have a blade. And you know your opponents have rally. Apparently he's going to get ults out. You just get the OC and you fall. Fair enough. Great shot from Shoal. Flick to the left there to take care of our opposite number. 1-0 stabilization there for Scared of Women. You really can't complain. Gets the sight line. Allows her to keep lobbing shots downrange. And it feels like in the social, she's been consistently in the lead. Blade pulled, rally active, Mecha Mango, can you go in? He's done 0 damage, this Dragon Blade. He's done 0 damage with this Dragon Blade. And NRG, on the other hand, is able to get his one and get out safely. I mean, you really can't complain if you're Scared of Women. Maybe you can. NRG allowed to survive. The defect not there in time, but the peel thankfully was. You get the corner. What can we do with it? Probably swing with a Happens Ray. And this one we've got to spec because you know what his win rate has been with these things. There's no Genji. Maybe there's no just chance. Or there's just no chance rather to use that ultimate ability. So you should be able to back with your Hazard as well. So you're set up as 4. But what can you actually hope to achieve? Swing now. We've got Ray, OC, all the bells and whistles, really, and we're going to use them to let this soldier as much as humanely possible. Like I said, it's been Shoal who's been finding the best of the Soj diff so far, but X-Raptora, believe that's Musab here, has been able to find lovely little 3-piece, or nah, I think it's Musab, we'll see. Shoal, though, just walks back out and takes her crown back. Crypto, 1 HP, holding the rally, but we'll be able to back out. Get the clear on the Genji. We really need to push up. We need to be taking a brawl fight about now. 20 seconds left to go. We have advantage. We need to be pressing it, and indeed, Super Scared of Women do that. OC on the cards here. Rally as well. They need to make sure that there is no touch. And of course, there won't be. Scared of Women push their opponents all the way back to spawn. 4 seconds left to go, and the touch will be denied by the rally. Shoal dies, but to no matter. 58 meters through the third point. Acceptable for both sides. But is that enough? What's up, Aussie? Welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for the follow. This game going the entire distance. To complete the reverse sweep. Has to come basically to, not a finish, right? But pretty damn close to it on King's Row. Take a gander at it here. Oh, it's not letting me fly through walls. But that is no mean feat. It would be a lot harder if it was here, obviously, crossing into these like really long sight lines, but it's still not what I would love to be doing, right? You'd much rather just be in a position where you have to full hold, you know. For the final time today, I'm going to open up the dialogue where if we maybe started on that ramp, things would be a smidge easier. I get he's really good at the Winston. It is Luna. But the pick's just not all that. Start on the same comp we played the entire round on. No reason to change things up for violence. What's this? Why is energy on the sim? They TPing out just for the extra timing? I haven't seen that before. Sure, obviously going for a spawn peek as well. This is very standard stuff. See who does something interesting first. Does she hit the shot? Or will energy actually commit to the sim? No sim. There is a winner peek. And she's got opportunities. But all she finds is a body shot and a couple shurikens. So we'll be able to back out. A lot of space developed early on, actually, from Scared of Women. Love this positioning from NRG. The pressure onto the Genji as well is lovely. And there's no chance at all for NRG to be forced out. So, gonna be okay. Duck, you're gonna be locked up, man. You're a criminal. Oh my god. Great frag there. NRG again. They're having a fantastic series. Playing absolutely lights out. As it feels like, I mean, all the members, realistically, of Scared of Women are. Got the deep sightline with the Soj angle. Any peek there is going to incur the wrath of Shoal. But that time happens, at least it's spared. 2 ticks garnered already. The recontest is now coming through. Thanks to the follow, Debsy. We're just looking for this Genji, who's involved, most definitely. Armor now lost for Potato Time, even though he can hold the block. Is that much he can do? The Genji differential almost comes through. But in the meanwhile, the car's being pushed. Everybody's so low inside of this hotel. Energy going to be at least tempted to go for a dash through. Commits. And with the back aspect is able to find these eliminations. So, an equally fast push. Damn, it's no longer durable. No, it is not. Okay. Got our Brig on cart. Rest of us holding forward very standard. In terms of ults, everything's pretty close. Potato Time finally makes the swap over to the Ramatra 4 mirroring. The composition now has been beating their asses. You're just, I mean, 20% of an annihilation to a whole one is a huge issue. In any sort of extended ult fight, in theory, it is SuperScaredOfWomen who have the lead. Ray popped early. The opening exchange of this trade, mirrored out, of course, but the annihilation for the blade, for the rally on both sides, means that Energy can chop their hopes and dreams all the way down. Mecha Mango can survive at least for a little bit longer, but all it's going to do is get him an end from the Tachi rather than the full-on Naginata. That might be the beginning of the end found here. And I should have said Odachi, but, you know, my Japanese weapon lore is washed. Shoal peeks the spawn, she's got OC. As long as she doesn't go for any huge overpeaks, then it's hard to make any sort of mistake in a position like this. Took about until OT for this point to be capped back the other way, dueling over clocks. Both Sojans respect their own sight line, but it's Potato Time who finds himself very much in. Raptora very low. Still going to be surviving. Annihilation used. Shoal tries to slide into the backhand to force a trade, but will not find it. And just having the one more ulti for violence is going to allow them to hold.
Get yourself together.
3 minutes on the time bank. Gonna be enough time for at least one more ult cycle. Probably closer to 2 if they play fast. They are behind in most of the chat marks that matter. All of them, actually. I mean, 5% on orbital ray that's gonna hit. Not lovely. But they have also been winning out in the neutral fights. That's exactly what they're going to be presented with, at least until someone like a Crypto Mecha Mango charges up a check mark. Raptora almost has their life taken away from them. But Shoal can't stay on that angle forever. She'll be forced to back out using that rocket slide to escape. Oh, I mean, the air is fraught with tension right now. Neither side wants to make a mistake. That's why this neutral's taking so long. Ray invested from Banana, allows him to walk.
and allows them to take care of Happens, the only frag you need, but more certainly help. Maybe Shoal's traded, and she will be. But, I mean, there's no touch. I don't believe, at least. I mean, Potato Time respawning now, right? You're not back in time. Your team can maybe get OT started, but they will end up falling. Surely we're not watching a reverse sweep. We really might be. 3 minutes to win a fight and a half. They've got Ray, Blades. Oh, not Ray, sorry. Rally, Annihilate, Blades. Very winnable. What's the Mecha Manga angle here doing? Rally, popped. Mirrored out by 6. Annihilation for Luna as he just walks into 5 players. And, Potato Time. Gonna also answer one of his own. Won't find a crazy amount of value. The neutral. 2 ults for 2. Time off the bank momentarily. Means just energy has to play into a Ray Blade rather. Shoal does almost have another OC. Does she find a kill? NRG! What a huge kill to find. One of the ults taken off the board. Ray has to be popped. Blade now out. And it's going to be a 1 dead Juno. Crypto as well full, so no healing now for the remaining members of Violence. The reverse sweep tangible. Shoal pops the OC to find these exit frags. X-Raptora goes down to the slow as well as a body shot. Maybe she would have liked that ultimate back. But it is still just one opportunity. They've got lead on the Ray. The Railgun was so close to finding another kill. But an orbital Ray fight versus a Blade fight. I gotta say, Scared of Women might have done it. Just have to wait and see how long it takes for the white flag to be raved. Blade out. They just want to accept this. But again, Mecha Mango's Blade isn't fantastic. Hacks through the front line. Able to get there too. And so we back out. Recognize that double support or annihilation fight is going to be up next. All the eggs into this one basket. Not necessarily risky. But it does reduce the entire map to basically this one roll of the dice. Is the reverse sweep real? Or did we just spend these 5 maps to confirm that the first 2 after all were all we needed? Walk up. This is done relatively for free. I think we've formed for it. Luna's losing a lot of HP. The Ray is inopportune, but the rally is going to allow them to survive. X-Raptora dead. That might be it. That might be the end of Violence here in this series. Crypto tries to escape, but 40 HP under pressure. And the nade is going to allow them to survive a bit longer. You've got that nano boost. Gonna try, don't touch!
Good fucking lord. What a game. What a fucking game, dude. A barn burner of a series. 5 maps needed. Super Scared of Women complete the reverse sweep. Against Violence. After getting kind of schlacked on their own map choice, right? I mean, that Circuit Rail was not particularly close. And now, I mean, that's it. That's the game. That was ridiculous. That was, I don't know. No words. Absolutely no words. Congratulations to Scared of Women for being able to eke out that win. What a game. What a series. And being able to do that as well, you know, with some substitutes. And even better. How did that message have me check my mods? I actually have no idea. I think it's just NRG. I really couldn't tell you. Oh, my lords. Okay. I don't have much else to say, to be honest. I'm kind of wiped after that one. Thanks so much for all the support this stream. Everyone's been fantastic. I mean, Bullskunk especially for the raids. So many follows. I will try and stream semi-consistently. Almost definitely will be streaming Thursday. We'll probably stream tomorrow. Almost definitely stream Wednesday. But it'll be somewhat up in the air. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm fucking tired, and so I'm going to head off. I'll see everybody around, yep? Peace.